Do we have the details of this imported rice, particularly on the volume, classification, and origin?
The BOC, please.
Mr. Chair, for September, there's a volume of 332 million tons, consisting of 332,000 metric tons. The milled rice, which is covered by EO 93, is 321.8. 800,000 metric tons. We'll get the exact. We have the raw data, Mr. Chair. We will submit the raw data of all the details, nature of the. Some of them are also specialty rice like Sponica, glutinous, but that's a smaller percentage of the 321,000 metric tons. Yes, that's the number, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Gusto lang po nating malaman kasi marami pong nagtatanong, nag-take effect na po yung suspension ng importation ng regular and wheel-milled rice, and yet meron pang data na may dumating pa. So maybe we can be apprised kung dito po is talagang na-implement din natin ng maayos para malaman po ng lahat kung talagang na-follow po yung directive doon. May I proceed to my second question, Mr. Chair?
Yeah, please, Secretary.
By the way, may we kindly ask for a complete data on the importation for September and also the names of the importers who did these importations, Mr. Chair?
The BOC is instructed. In fact, the BOC has submitted to us the top importers for the year, but I think what is being asked is for the specific period during which the ban should have been effective. Go ahead. Attorney Vero muna, before we call in sec.
Mr. Chair, let me just clarify that under EO 93 and together with the guidelines issued by DA, the Bureau of Customs shall still allow importations for bulk cargo, those that were shipped out on or before August 30, but arriving before on or before September 15. So, based on our data, after September 15, there's no more bulk cargo importations. For containerized cargo, the bill of lading should indicate August 25 date of bill of lading. Most of the shipments have arrived are before September 15. There's a few more. There's just a few more containers after September 15. So the most of the shipments are really the bulk ones that came in before September 15. We foresee that in the coming weeks, there will be no more rice shipments. If there are containerized shipments, those will be specialty rice like glutinous basmati and Japanese rice.
Thank you. Honorable Chair Miro, Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the Honorable Lagbas, in line with her question, nakita ko kasi dito sa report kasi ninyo, September may pumapasok pa. So are we to believe that these are special varieties or ito yung may mga special passes?
Can we ask the Secretary? Kasi those are the timelines, which is, I think, is very important. So the ban was initially announced. In fact, interviews with the media as early as August 4 na i-announce na. But let's listen to why the policy was to allow it up to a certain period to allow the importation. Please, Secretary.
Mr. Chair, thank you. Ang batas kasi natin, under the current RTL law, is we cannot withhold any importation na in-apply na SPS until kung advised na kung kailan na-stop. And the EO specifically states September 1 ang stop ng issuances of SPSIC. That's why parang if we stop it before that, then we're going against the existing law. So parang nung lumabas na yung date na dapat by September 1 wala na, we stopped issuing SPSIC na. But then the ones issued before, technically, legally, pwede pa nila ipasok yun. But we give them hard targets as mentioned by Yusek Uvero na yung bulk cargo dapat by September 15 nakarating na yan. Yung containerized kailangan may bill of lading na August 25 or else di na papapasukin.
So just to follow up, Chair Mark, no? So it was the policy, effectively these dates on September 15 as well as September 1 on containerized, these are dates actually set by the DA. Tama ba?
The September 1 stoppage is set by the EO. The others are set by the DA, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, no, but it was in recognition, it was like tama ba ako, it's like a balancing act na, okay, we need to stop the importation already because it seems that the importation, full importation today is not working and the farmers are suffering. So hinto na natin yan, pero hindi naman natin pwedeng abruptly hinto because meron ka ring impairment sa existing contracts, may mga parating. Tama ba ako doon?
Yes, Mr. Chair. We also considered yung buyer side, which is yung importers natin, tsaka yung seller. If we disrupt everything, then magkakaroon din ng probably dispute or issues along the way, and yung future na dealings natin with our suppliers might be affected if we do everything abruptly. Pero yung 60 days natin na total na walang papasok, ganun pa rin naman mangyayari kasi once we start issuing SPSIC, assuming na 60 days lang talaga, what we informed we will issue it on November 2 pa eh. Plus, how many days yan? 10 to 12 days yan bago makarating dito. So total na wala pa rin bigas is 60 days total. But of course, wala na yun dahil we have agreed to extend it na.
I have a number of follow-up, but I don't want to take the thunder away. Congresswoman Lagbas, please continue.
The clarification is well taken, Mr. Chair. Perhaps as a suggestion na lang po, given that as I understand there is already an approval to extend the suspension until December, maybe we can also revise the guidelines to carry out the usual course of business and importing this rice in consideration of the timeline for your issuance of the SPS.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Well, moving forward, assuming we stop again in the future, medyo malinaw na yung meron na tayong bagong mga guidelines. Kasi ang plan, kung hindi nga tumaas yung taripa, as I mentioned a while ago, the plan of the DA is to stop again importation by February to be ahead of the curve for our March, April harvest season next year, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May I move on to my second question, Mr. Chair? Earlier on, the Speaker validly expressed his concern on possible unreported importation of rice. Perhaps he was referring to rice smuggling still. Given now that we are implementing a suspension on the importation of rice, may we know from the Bureau of Customs if we have a new rule or procedure to ensure established border control against rice, illegal rice importation?
Mr. Chair, since we came in the last 3 months, I think we're pretty confident that with regard to agricultural products, we're quite very strict on smuggling. I think the concern that we have right now is more of smuggling in the outports, or in the case of petroleum, yung mga paihi. O in the case of the port somewhere in the south, medyo hindi mabantayan lahat ng mga private wharves. Medyo dun kami may problema kasi wala naman kaming sariling barko. So we just have to coordinate with Coast Guard and Philippine Navy and even PNP Maritime to be able to watch the whole coast twice of the Philippines. But otherwise, in the major ports, medyo mahigpit po talaga kami ngayon. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, but I'd like to add lang I'm confident sa sinabi ni Isaac Evero na sa major ports wala akong nakikitang issue, lalo na sa bulk dahil yung barko madaling i-monitor yung buong barko eh. Sa containerized naman, think ko very limited yan. Just to inform the body, meron nahuli ang Philippine Navy sa may Zamboanga area na nag-smuggle ng bigas at may halong sugar. So nakadalawang huli na at in coordination with the Bureau of Customs yun. So tuloy-tuloy naman ang monitoring and the DA has assigned yung Bureau of Fisheries boats din to monitor and assist the Navy and the Coast Guard, and we're coordinating with them about this. At kasi nga, since may ban, talagang kailangan tutukan at people will attempt or might attempt. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that, Mr. Chair. On to my third question. On the reduced tariff, the BOC is incurring a foregone revenue of, if I got it right, 200 M per year or 20 million per year?
20 billion per year.
20 million per year.
Billion.
Billion per year. Okay. How about with the suspension of importation of rice? How much foregone revenue are we expecting to incur?
On a monthly basis, our estimate is around 1.4 to 2 billion every month. 1.4 to 2 billion every month.
1.4 to 2 billion every month. Now, with this expected decrease in collection, do we have a corresponding increase in target for the Bureau of Customs?
Currently, their target remains the same. But definitely, we will consider all of these policy changes in formulating their emerging target for the end of the year.
Given this anticipated reduction of revenue sources, may we know from the Bureau of Customs as to your future policy or endeavors on how to possibly meet your target?
On the emerging target of BOC, the sudden suspension of rice imports was not included, so we'll just have to work with DBCC and BOF, of course, hopefully to factor in for October, it's probably about 2 billion revenue loss from the rice suspension.
In short, are we expecting that the Bureau of Customs will possibly fail to hit that target in the remaining months, or even that we are expecting a price of volume for the next 3 months, parang ma-offset lang naman po?
Mr. Chair, I think that currently the concern of customs is really more on the lack of volume. The original target was an 8% import volume increase for the whole year. It has been reduced to 3%. But the past few months, it's even negative. So dun kami concerned bakit walang volume? And it's already going to the bare months already. So dun kami nababahala na bakit mababa ang volume natin compared to last year. Anong meron sa negosyo at sa kalakal, bakit babagsak ang volume? Kasi kung efficiencies meron naman. So yun lang, Mr. Chair.
This reduction of volume refers not just to rice, but as to other commodities as well, Mr. Chair.
Total, Mr. Chair.
This is just my last question, Mr. Chair. Earlier on, we actually asked PCC as to the proper profiling of the traders, rice traders, and importers. May we know if there is an info sharing between PCC and BOC for a proper profiling of top importers or smugglers or traders of rice?
Yes, Your Honor, the BOC constantly cooperates with us for requests for import data.
Thank you for that. I think that there is indeed a necessity for proper info sharing between PCC and BOC for us to be able to profile kung sino po ba yung possible na nag-hoard sa market, rice market, and magkakaroon po isa-isa ng data sa kung sino yung mga nahuli, sino yung dapat bantayan ng mga importers and traders po. Earlier on, it was also stated, Mr. Chair, that malaki po ang pangailangan natin para sa irrigation, para ma-boost po yung agriculture natin. If I remember it right, there was a concern raised in the budget deliberation na medyo nabawasan pa po yung budget for 2026 para sa irrigation natin. Would someone here know kung nadagdagan na po as of this time yung budget for irrigation, given our great need for boosting of our irrigation projects and programs?